Okay, this is paw of leopard, clouded leopard. This is the state animal of Meghalaya. This one is belongs to male, and this one is belong to female. Now dog family. So if first you have to check whether this pug mark is round shape or oval shape. If it is round shape, then this pug mark will be belongs to tiger, cat family. If it is an oval shape, then the pug mark will be belongs to dog family. So once you will find oval shape pug mark, then you will be confirmed that this pug mark belongs to dog family. And secondly, you have to check the base portion of the pug mark. Look at this base portion here, and here this base portion is immersed inside, but in case of here the base portion is immersed outside. When it is immersed inside, then this pug mark will be belongs to dog, wild dog, dhol. And if it is immersed outside, then the pug mark will be belongs to all species. Okay. The other point is next is cat family, jungle cat. Here, if there is no nail marks, if you will not find any nail mark, then this will be belongs to cat family. First, if there is nail, then you will identify them as dog family. But if there is no nail mark, then you can say that this pug marks belongs to cat family. So first you have to see the base portion of the paw mark. In these two cases, almost same, very difficult to distinguish. Very, very difficult. When it is very difficult, then you have to check the breadth of the fingers. You have to compare the breadth of these two species. The breadth of fingers. Here, the breadth of the fingers is comparatively more as compared to this pug mark. When the breadth is more, then this pug mark will be belongs to fishing cat. When the breadth is less, then the pug mark will be belongs to jungle cat. This is point number 2. Now come to point number 3. Angle of the pug mark. If the pug mark pointed straight, then this will be belongs to fishing cat. If it is pointed almost 45 degree angle, then this will be belongs to jungle cat. So once you will find these types of pug mark without nail mark, and they are fingers spread widely, then you have to check the angle. Then you can easily distinguish the paw mark between fishing cat and jungle cat. So this is common way of common trend about the shape and size of the paw mark. But inside the jungle, sometimes you will find very peculiar type of paw mark. The wildlife surveyor always get confused about this shape and size of the paw mark. Actually, this is not belongs to tiger, leopard or cat group. This is belongs to honey badger. You'll find peculiar type of paw mark which belongs to honey badger. Now, the paw mark of bear is called track mark. Track mark, not the paw mark. Their foot mark is called track mark. So, when you will find track mark, just like human being, track mark, first you have to check whether there is paw mark or not. If there is paw mark, then this track mark will be belongs to sloth bear. If there is no paw mark, then this track mark will be belongs to Himalayan black bear. So presence and absence actually confirms the species of the bear. There is another distinguishing character you will find. Here, the nail mark of second, third and fourth finger almost connected with each other, pointed towards one point. But here, no such trend you can find out. Here, second, third and fourth nail pointed in one direction. But in case of sloth bear, no such trend you can find out. So, by checking the paw mark as well as nail mark, you can easily distinguish the track mark between Himalayan black bear and sloth bear. This is the track mark of elephant, front leg and hind leg. This is the track mark of rhinoceros, front leg and hind leg. Dr. Ajay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
PPT is changing?
Yes.
PPT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let's come to hoof mark. So, wild buffalo and gaur, Indian bisons, are very common in Chhattisgarh. No, this is the mega herbivore, common mega herbivore in central India. You will find both these species in Udanti, Shitanadi, and you will find gaur in Achanak Mark. You will not find wild buffalo in Achanak Mark. So these are two mega herbivores of central India. So if you visit the forest here, you will find their path. But it is very difficult to distinguish their species. Very difficult. Both are same size, almost same size, shape. Look at this. The gap between two hoofs are homogeneous, same, but in case of wild buffalo, at the apex portion, the gap is comparatively more. If it is same gap, then you can easily identify them as gore species. But if you find more gap at the apex or front portion as compared to base portion, then this park mark will be belongs to wild buffalo. So let me now compare other species of all the species of deer: sambar, swamp deer, spotted deer, hog deer, and barking deer. Look at the tip portion. This is pointed. Here blunt. One pointed, one is blunt. This is huge blunt area. Right one is comparatively towards downward, you can see. This one is the breadth of the hoof marks is less, more as compared to their height. So if it is very uniform and pointed at the apex portion, then this will belongs to sambar species. If it is blunt, completely blunt and kidney shaped, then this will be belongs to hog deer. And here breadth is more huge. When breadth is will be more huge, then this will be belongs to swamp deer and barking deer. This is thin, very thin in shape. Here the right one is comparatively larger as compared to left one, spotted deer. Sometimes you will find peculiar type of, when you will find these types of hoof mark, joints at the apex, and there is slightly more gap at the middle. In both the cases, base and apex portion, it joins, almost joins. And if there is gap, then this will belongs to wild boar. This is hind leg. In case of foreleg, in case of hind leg, you will find these types of another two hoof mark. Another two hoof mark. When you will find these types of park mark, you can easily identify as wild boar species. Can you distinguish? Can you identify the species? This is very common.
Sir, langu.
Yes. This is hands. They don't have foot actually. All the four are hands. This belongs to Hanuman langur. Can you identify this track mark?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Snake.
Interesting.
Snake. Now come to fecal matter materials. So these are two different fecal matter belongs to two different species. Can you distinguish?
Sir, tiger.
One is tiger and another one is leopard. Look at this left one. These are pointed at the end, at the starting point and at the end, pointed. But here, these are blunt and coiled, very much coiled. here pointed at the end and starting point. In this case, whether it is starting point or ending point, both the points are blunt. This belongs to leopard and this one belongs to tiger. When you will find blunt fecal matter stool, then you can easily say that this fecal matter stool belongs to tiger. If it is pointed, then this will be belongs to leopard. Okay, this is the shape of the leopard scat. Now look at the scat or stool of leopard. Here this one is white in color, this one is black in color. The same species may have two different colored scat. Do you know the reason? Anybody who can reply? The same leopard species may release these types of scat, may also release these types of scat. Actually, the shape, color and size varies depending upon the food, their food. Here the leopard ate cattle, cow and goats. That's why it looks black colored. But in this case, the leopard prey on hair species. That's why their scat looks white color. So food intake, the quality of food as well as the species choice as food also influences the color pattern, shape pattern of the scat. Can you identify this scat?
Sir, sloth bear and civet.
Yes, this belongs to bear species, because if you break down this scat, you will find huge quantity of food or seeds. It looks like human stool. If you find in the jungle, you will have confusion whether it belongs to human being or bear species. If you break down this stool, then if you find huge quantity of seeds, then this will belongs to bear, not human being. Sometimes you will find such types of scat inside the shrubs and grasses. It's a very small size. Their mucous membrane is clearly visible. If light radiates, then it reflects. So, seeing their size, shape and quality, you can easily identify this cat as it belongs to porcupine. Can you distinguish these two?
Sir, langur.
Which one? Top one, upper one or lower one?
Top one.
A lower one?
I'm confused.
Okay. Ulta. Upper one is belongs to macaque species, lower one belongs to langur species. So this is pillet. Pillet means deer releases stool which is called as pillet. So you can easily distinguish. This is wider, one side is blunt, another side is pointed. Here this one is comparatively thinner. And this one is kidney shape and pointed in one direction. Hook shape you can see at the end. Hook shape. So if it is wide, if the diameter is huge, comparatively more, and the length is less, then this will be belongs to Shamba. If it is diameter is less and length is more, then this will be belongs to spotted deer. And if you will find heart shape with hook type at the end, then this will be belongs to barking deer. Sometimes what happens, kills, presence of kills, prey species body or body parts can be found in the jungle. You will find, if you find one dead carcass, you can imagine, you can actually assume the presence of their predator species. For example, look at this picture. This is dog species actually, whose carcass is found above 20 meters from the ground. Do you think dog can climb the tree?
No.
Then how it reaches at the top of the branches, which is above 20 kilometers or 20 meters? It's a dog dead body inside the jungle.
What?
Yes, it confirms that leopard killed his dog and took into the top of the branches. If you find any domestic animal or any ground dwelling wild animal at the top of the trees, then you can confirm that there is leopard in that jungle. Tiger never took their prey species at the top of the tree. Tiger will kill and eat on the ground. It is only the leopard who prefers to carry their prey species, dead prey species at the top of the trees. So presence of any domestic animal or any ground dwelling animal at the top of the tree confirms the presence of leopard species in the jungle, in that jungle. Look at, compare these two domestic animals. This one is domestic buffalo, this one is domestic goat. Both are killed by wild animal. So, seeing these two dead carcass, you have to identify the predator species. Dr. Ajay, is it visible? Dr. Ajay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acha.
Yes, sir.
These are two dead cattle. This one is domestic buffalo, this one is goat. Look at the size of the injury. This is almost half feet size. But here this is huge. That means here half feet size. That means this goat was killed by leopard, not by a tiger. This is one point. So once you will find any kills, you have to check the size of the injury. And second point, their behavior. Tiger always prefer to eat from the abdomen portion. But leopard always preferred from other parts of the body, not from the abdomen parts. If you find injury at the abdomen, means it was that animals was killed by tiger, not by leopard. These are the two important points to identify the predator species. Okay, first one is size of the injury and second point is behavior of the animal. And now I am going to another psychological point. Third point is psychological point. You know, the size of the buffalo is huge, very huge. A leopard cannot kill a buffalo. Leopard alone, one individual of leopard alone cannot kill a domestic buffalo. Impossible. Only the tiger can kill a domestic buffalo. So if you find a dead carcass of buffalo, then you can confirm the presence of tiger in that area. But in case of goat, you know, tiger is the king of the jungle. Tiger is called king of the jungle. They don't want to kill small animal. So tiger never prefer to kill such small cattle. Under extreme situation, if there is acute shortage of food inside the jungle, then by chance, tiger may kill a goat inside the forest area. You know, there is a proverb, टाइगर भूखा मर जाएगा फिर भी घास नहीं खाएगा. Tiger never ever try to kill a goat species. If there is acute shortage of food, prey species inside the jungle, then they may kill a goat species. So if you find a dead carcass of goat, then it's confirmed. You can assume that 99% cases this goat was killed by a leopard, not by a tiger. But here, this was killed by a tiger species. Look at this kill. Can you identify the predator species? Anybody? Who can identify? Who can tell?
Tiger,
Deer.
Spotted
This
deer.
one is deer species. Now question is, who has killed this deer species?
tiger,
Okay. Any other answer? Tiger?
Leopard.
Huh? Pardon? Leopard. Okay. Any other option? Wrong. Wrong answer. Look at this kill. All the body parts are intact. Even the skin also intact. If it is killed by a poacher, then entire horn and body parts you will not find. If it is killed by any predator species, there will be no intact body parts. Actually, this deer was died naturally. That's why its entire body parts are intact. It was not killed by any predator species, neither tiger nor leopard, even nor human being also. It's a natural death. Scratch mark. Look at this scratch mark on the tree. If you find such types of scratch mark, you have to check two things. One, height from the ground, then breadth of the scratch mark. If height is more than 6-7 feet from the ground, more than 6-7 feet from the ground, then you can identify this scratch marks belongs to tiger. Now come to scratch mark on the ground. Measure the breadth of the scratch mark. It is more than half feet. It is less than half feet. If it is more than half feet, that means this scratch mark belongs to tiger and this scratch mark belongs to leopard. If it is less than half feet, if it is more than half feet, this will be belongs to tiger. Next, this is from Achanak mark. Can you identify the nest? Huge size nest. Anybody? Actually, this belongs to wild boar. Look at this nest, ground nest on the ground. Almost shape, similar shape. This nest belongs to jackal and this nest belongs to porcupine. Another nest. It's a kind of nest. It's a kind of nest made by wild animals in Achanak Marg area, in your area. This was made by Hanuman langur. This is a nest for taking rest during day hours. This was made to avoid extreme heat. So, Hanuman langurs in central India, sometimes they make this kind of nest for taking rest during day hours in order to avoid extreme temperature during day hours, especially during summer season. So these are all indirect evidence you can use not only to confirm the presence of certain species, but also it helps to estimate the population size of a species. Okay, if you need any kind of help, you can contact me. Okay, this is all about tracks and science survey. If you have any query,
Now it's open for discussion.
hmm. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. 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 देखो उसके पार्ट मार्क से उसको आइडेंटिफाई क्या होता है आसपास में अगर पार्ट मार्क है पार्ट मार्क से वो मालूम पड़ जाता है जो कि मैटरनल है ना पैटर्नल है एक बात है दूसरा बात है उसका साइज साइज से भी पता चल जाता है कौन सा डैम है साइज एंड शेप स्पेशली साइज और नॉर्मली क्या होता है जो ट्रैक मार्क है वो वन ऑफ द बेस्ट मेथड टू आइडेंटिफाई द मैटरनल और पैटर्नल डैम अगर शावर हो गया तो तुमको आपको पता नहीं चलेगा वो ट्रैक मार्क खराब हो जाता है तो आपको मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा वो मैटरनल है ना पैटर्नल है अगर ट्रैक मार्क है तभी आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं ओके
Hello, sir.
हाँ यस
Sir, spotted deer pellet and domestic goat pellet looks alike or does look different?
पार्डन
Spotted deer pellet and domestic goat pellet एक जैसे ही दिखते हैं दोनों या अलग अलग होते हैं सर
डोमेस्टिक एंड
डोमेस्टिक गॉट एंड स्पॉटेड डियर पैलेट जो इनकी
Pellet, हाँ।
यस सर
थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है देयर आर स्लाइट डिफरेंसेस यू कैन सी क्योंकि डोमेस्टिक गोट का जो पिलेट होता है अलग अलग सिचुएशन में उसका शेप भी वेरी करता है कभी कभी लेकिन स्पॉटेड डियर का वो शेप ज्यादा वेरी नहीं करता है
ओके
तो एक्चुअली जहां पे आपको पिलेट पाइल्स मिलेगा उसको ईच एंड एवरी पाइल्स को आपको केयरफुली चेक करना है एक पाइल्स नहीं ये नंबर ऑफ पाइल्स आपको देखना है टू आइडेंटिफाई whether there is variation in shape or not. If there is a variation in shape, then this will be belongs to domestic. If there is no such shape variation, then this will be belongs to white.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
So I have a query.
Yes. Yes.
So what about lion feeding habit and the type where abdomen or which part they will consume?
Lion.
Yes, sir.
Lion feeding habit. Actually, just like tiger, they 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 feed on actually deer species. Your question is basically for what?
So likewise, the attack of lion and their pug mark.
Oh, lion park mark. I have not shown actually lion park mark. Okay, this is slightly different. Slightly different. Very confusing between tiger and leopard. Tiger and lion. It's a completely different from leopard. Actually, I have not shown you the lion leopard mark. Okay, next time I will show you the difference.
Sir, didn't more study happen about lion?
Pardon, did you?
More studies happen about lion,
More study means?
like tiger census. Like they're also happening lion census.
Yes. See, every year there is lion census in Gujarat. In Gujarat. They actually mostly depends upon direct sighting. As their number is very less, uh, uh, 0.1, very less, then easily they can count it. And second thing is vegetation. Lions are found in open areas, open deciduous areas, so they can be found easily, they can be traced easily. So direct count is one of the best method for lion. So some scientists also study their scat.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, okay.
So it's a very nice presentation from you, and
Okay,
tomorrow we
thank
will
you.
again listen from you from another topic.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you to all.
You can leave, sir, now.
Okay.
Okay, participants, the another presentation of today's technical session 2 is from Mr. Upendra Dubey, Senior Project Officer, WWF Indian Central India Landscape, the field office Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, and he is now present here, and he will present you. The topic is fourth phase tiger census methodology. Okay, so uh, now we are just going to continue this. So we could not make any halt or any stoppage there. So we will just continue, and 1.5 hours lecture he is concluding after 5 o'clock. So sir, Upen sir, you have to start, please. उपेंद्र सर आप शुरू कीजिएगा प्लीज.